deepest coast lies nearby. When you are ready to sail elsewhere, I shall bring you there. The half-breed elf must set our course. Speak with her, and we can leave. I must ask, why do you seek these powers? I can no longer communicate with my fellow ancestor trees, but I know that this nameless isle that you seek is the home of the Mother Tree, first among all of my kind. She intends to spread her roots throughout the whole world and make it her own. I doubt she will want you to gain these powers and stand in her way. Be on your guard. The wood of the sacred ancestor trees has long been coveted for its ability to resist magical attacks. The consciousness of the elf within was always lost when they were uprooted, though. I am different. I think and feel. It is the work of freedmen. Dallas wanted more than a sheep. She wanted a warrior slave who was bound to obey. So Friedemann used source magic to keep me alive as I was torn apart and rebuilt. He made me feel every moment of agony, then marked my wood with a slave scar. When I was an ancestor tree, the Mother Tree demanded loyalty also, but at least I was one of many. Now I am alone.
Aren't you supposed to be off learning how to become the divine and whatnot?
Her eyes flash with something. Anger, perhaps, or fear.
But... never mind. We'd better focus on the task at hand.
She looks straight ahead, ignoring you.
Well, aren't you industrious? It seems all the riffraff's back aboard as well. Ready to set sail when you are, Your Holiness.
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse.
So, ready to set sail when you are, Your Holiness. Fantastic. Now, on to the interesting part.
After many adventures, the party finally reached the place where Godwo can go to become divine. But more surprises and difficult choices awaited.
Here we are, the Nameless Isle. And here I thought Malady was unimaginative. Still, it's what's on the inside that counts, isn't that right? And this is the place you're meant to become a god. I can't help but wonder exactly what you intend to do with such a power. I have no doubt about that, but do remember, you can do what's good for you, too. All things in balance, you know. You'll want to hurry now. Divinity is waiting, after all. Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken, but judging by the ships burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive and ascend. I'm hardly an expert on the matter, but I'm smart enough to put two and two together. Where there is an ocean of source, there is a well for drawing from it. To rise to divinity, you probably need to take a gulp. Though I'm sure it won't be that simple.
Speak if you wish to.
Sabine slides her hand in yours, makes your heart skip a beat with her particularly coquettish smile.
I've something I need to tell you. You earned it just by being you. You see, the thing is,
She scrapes her throat, hesitates, almost as if she's a bit nervous. There's a first.
I'm afraid you're going to accuse me of killing the mood, but I need to talk to you about the Master. No, not anymore. Or so I hope. My dear, sweet Fane. I've grown to trust you. More than I've trusted anyone since I've had names on my skin. Wasn't easy, I know. Come, sit down with me for a moment.
You both sit down, cross-legged, knees to knees, hand in hand. Suddenly, a melody. Sabine sings a song, haunting in its simplicity. She uses no words, sounds rather. It's beautiful, yet somehow menacing.
This is my Scar song. It's all the Master needs to make me his slave once more, unless your voice opposes his. I will soon confront him, with you by my side. My life and my liberty I place in these soft, strong hands of yours. Will you sing? Good answer.
Her cat's eyes close as she bends forward to hug you. You embrace. It's sweet and wonderful. You wish it could last forever.
My word.
You both get up and smile to one another warmly. When you hear a sound in the distance and turn to look, Sabine pats you affectionately on the bottom.
Adventure calls, but I say we do this again sometime.
The squirrel guides its cat over to you, chittering as it goes.
It reaches up and hands you a piece of bark. The wood is covered in a scratchy, scrawled handwriting. It's hard to read, but you can just about make out the recipe for a spell. Rosa looks pale and unfocused. She doesn't meet your eyes.
Yes! I'm fine.
Gareth greets you warmly. He's oddly chipper. More chipper than you've ever seen him, and certainly more chipper than most people mourning dead loved ones.
I should thank you. I don't know what came over me. Praise Lucian, I had you to put me on the right track. Not bad. Took some time to think. My parents led good lives. I'd rather celebrate them for the love they gave me than to wail over their loss. Besides, we have work to do. Once we anchor at the Nameless Isle, I'll scout ahead, see if I can help locate the council and ease the way. I'll report to you on what I find.
Gareth offers his farewell and hums to himself. You recognize the tune, Blessed and Bold, a hymn praising Lucian.
I can sense the raw powers of the source rippling through the air. The island, yonder. It is doom or destiny. She's a beautiful enigma, isn't she? All elven grace, and her own evil twin to boot. Yet she defies good and evil in a particularly charming, therefore particularly perilous way. I hope to hear her whole story someday. I'm certain it'll be quite the tale. Naught but the demon I'm hunting. A trivial task, really, compared to your current pursuits of divinity.
Jahan takes you by the arm, his voice a whisper.
By the by, do please remember the warning I gave you in the woods. Should Losa come close to divine ascension, you must act. You must kill her.
Hello. This island is something else, huh? I'll bet I can find many interesting ingredients here. Of course. Told you I would, didn't I? Sure thing. I'll start hunting that down right away. Don't wait up.
Tread carefully, my dear. Those are black ring banners that I spy on the shore. I studied the tablet that you so generously provided. It showed me everything I need to know about creating a functional Swornbreaker. Once I have that, I'll be free of the Covenant. And free to spend the rest of my days with Mahali. See those structures further inland? Remarkably like those from the caverns of the Black Pits, aren't they? Should you discover the parts needed for a Swornbreaker, please bring them to me. I'll make it worth your while. Also, you will likely encounter sworn followers of the God King on that island, I suspect. I would avoid combat if possible. Death can be less than final for them, if the God King wills it.
Almira doesn't respond right away. Instead, she turns and gazes intently at the island. After a long moment, she finally speaks.
I sense a familiar presence. The Sallow Man. Yes. He's there somewhere. Likely commanding Black Ring forces. You should seek him out. He's a foul creature, but not opposed to cutting a deal. Beware his underlings, though. If they challenge your presence, pose as a thrall of mine, and you should gain safe passage. My name should still command respect among them.
Expert warriors for hire, all seasoned in combat. They won't let you down. You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win.
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder?
Dangers indeed. You can almost hear the sounds of battle when the wind shifts correctly. And where there's battle, there's bound to be mercenaries. Gleku Duma, the words of the lone wolves. No doubt my former comrades will have them in their employ. Speak their words, and you might pass. Speak their words, and you might pass. Consider it a token of my thanks for the assistance in retrieving anathema. Pursuit of my interests has led me to fall in with some disreputable company in my time. For a short while, one such group was the Black Ring. I know, not something to be proud of, but they let me do as I wished, so desperate they were for aid after the death fog cut them down to...
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god, and an army of fools willing to follow him. It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. This God King has caused to make war with the Seven, and the Covenant is how he's gathered his army. They become sworn, as it was put to me, bound to serve, die, and be reborn for the God King for as long as he wishes. Then at some ill-defined point in the future, they think they'll be rewarded. You should have seen them all. On their knees, worshipping a new tyrant just to spite 7 old ones. I got away from them while I still could. Unfortunately, Dallas was waiting to snatch me. My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident of success, though.
Try as he might, Tarquin cannot hide a small flash of surprise.
Where did you hear that precisely? Never mind. The Aetiran is a children's fable, nothing more. Supposedly a wand with an infinite capacity for source? Pure nonsense, I assure you. Really? Well, perhaps that says more about the caliber of their intellect than anything else. Such a device would be a gross overconcentration of power. It could purge the entire world of all source. Luckily, the laws of the universe render such a thing impossible.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire.
These bodies have been purged.
Who could have done this? I suspect we shall soon find out.
Before you stands a shrine of a particularly strange design. You've seen machinery like this before, in the cave beneath the Black Pits. Here too,
I fancy a swim.
You need a bath. Blackring. Would they be doing the purging?
The plot thinnens.
Magisters and paladins, all dead.
Quick as a flash, the Magister has an arrow notched on his raised bow. He falters. A glimmer of recognition crosses his face, followed a moment later by a wry smile.
My Fort Joy savior. I never thought I'd clap eyes on you again. You always seem to catch me at a low ebb, unfortunately. My troop was slaughtered by Black Ring. I'm the only survivor. What are you doing here?
A skeptical eyebrow arches upwards.
Quite a coincidence to meet again like that, wouldn't you say? Never mind. There are more important matters at hand. Bishop Alexander and the others might still be out there. I need to find them. Let me stay by your side for now. You can count on my bow in any fights to come.
He slings a quiver of arrows across his back and nods.
Eyes sharp. No!
Delarus kneels and rolls over the corpse of a Magister. He takes in his comrade's lifeless face for a moment, then bows his head.
Pierced. I'm sorry. Pierced. He was an old friend. He encouraged me to join the Magisters. And I talked him into coming to this island. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for me.
Delarus closes Pierced's eyes with his palm, then gets back to his feet.
You're right. Pierced wouldn't want me to wallow. He'd want me to carry on with our mission. Let's get moving.
never seen ruins like these.
You don't get out much, do you?
As if from nowhere, a sweating warrior appears before you.
Who the hell's be yow? Thralls to Almira. I borrow Yower grunts, mistress. The Divine Order pigs be here at the temple, and I would have Yower pets kill 'em.
He points you towards the nearby temple, where a skirmish continues.
Yow have Yower orders. Get to it!
Comprehension spreads across his face, and he bares his teeth.
I fear not death, for I shall...
Yield to none! Hurts, doesn't it? I'm ready.
Breathless, the paladin fishes out a canteen of water. He gulps half of it down, then splashes blood and grime from his face with the rest. He nods to you, a touch wary.
Many thanks for your help. But who are you? Fortunate for me, it seems. Let me return the favour. If you need shelter, look for the bishop and the rest of my comrades. They retreated north to our rendezvous point. We'll head there once we've tended to our fallen. Isn't it bloody obvious? They're destroying the sacred temples and killing everyone in sight. If I were you, I'd get out of the open as soon as possible.
He nods.
Our true leader has returned and united us. It's nothing short of a miracle he's made it this far. He's dodged assassins more than once. Now it's our holy duty to safeguard him until he becomes the next divine. And that means putting these black ring devils to the sword.
You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others when the Lady Vengeance breached the Hall of Echoes. You assumed he was dead.
Has as many lives as a cat, it seems. Let's see if he acts like one when cornered.
Oh, won't he be ever so happy to see us? This is going to be extra fun.
If he still thinks he's the one that will replace Daddy Dearest, he's in for a surprise.
The altar stands before you, flecked with moss and the cracks of age. An ant crawls across the surface, dipping in and out of the inscription that's engraved on the rock. In honor of Ralik, first of the gods and patron of humanity. As your prayer drifts away on the breeze, you feel the world around you shift. You open your eyes to a courtyard with wooden targets and practice posts scattered about. And there before you stands Ralik, a twisted old man struggling to heft his own sword. With difficulty, he lifts it high, cutting down towards one of the targets, but he misses completely. His sword clangs against the cobbles, slipping out of his hands and skittering towards you. Cursing loudly, he crawls towards you, searching hands running over the stone. He's blind. He hears you as you step forward and lets out a cackle.
One of the others sent you, eh? Sent you to pester a poor man that has lost his sight?
He snatches it back from you, but seems more likely to use it as a support than a weapon. He approaches, running his hands over your face.
Amadia's champion, are you? I'll give you what you need to find the Well of Ascension. But I need a small favor in return. I want your sight. After all, what is a warrior without his sight? Give me yours. I assure you, it will be put to good use in the war against the Void.
Your god leaps forward, knocking the frail old man sideways. Ralik gets to his feet, grabbing a shield emblazoned with a burning sun, and backs away defensively. The image fades, leaving only the symbol of the sun dancing in your vision. You slowly come to your senses at the temple, where chittering birdsong fills your ear. The altar stands before... A black ring captain stands before you. She looks remarkably ordinary, you think, as far as black ring go. But then you hear a voice inside your head.
Tell me who you are, dead one, or I will take your unlife, and do not doubt me, for I tell the truth.
Her expression does not change. She cannot read your mind, but you can read her face, and you see she grows impatient.
Tell me who you are, dead one. The sign is good, so kill the divine pigs and kill the Godwoken, kill them all, and then perhaps you die and rise again.
He looks you in the eyes, raises the palm of his hand towards you. Serpent-like coils writhe beneath the skin. The skin blackens. Noxious black smoke pours from him. Into your mouth, forming a tongue, a smooth mass latching onto the back of your throat. Then smooth becomes rough, almost scaly, and you feel your source unsettled, as if attracted to the man's black eyes. As the black smoke snake takes over your mouth, you feel yourself slipping away. You see a vision, an army of the glorious dead, risen to turn the world to a lifeless waste, and at its head, a god king. You exhale what remains of the smoke snake, and it drifts away on the breeze. Your mouth returns to normal, and the alchemist hisses at you in disappointment.
Every weapon in my stock has spilled blood in honor of the God King. If you can't do the same, then the fault lies with you. What'll it be, mercenary? A bow? On your way, then. I have steel to sharpen. Every weapon in my stock has spilled blood in honor of the God King. If you can't do the same, then the fault lies with you. What'll it be, lizard?
An undead reaver lifts a clay goblet of wine and drinks deep.
Force of habit. Life will taste good again once the God King's victory is sealed.
Death will become clean past. Your enemies shall be cast down. Wrongs of the seven shall be put right. Thanks to the God King. Life shall be restored. Loved ones returned to you.
The dreamer's eyes have rolled over white. His fingers twitch as you... It is you, the prey that my master seeks, God-woken. The dreamer's twitches give way to...
God-woken!
A black ring captain.
Tell me who you are, dead one.
Her express.
Tell me who you are. The sign is good.
He looks you into your... As the black smoke snake takes over your mouth, the smoke snake returns to... He tips his temple in salute. For a moment, a black smoke snake coils around his fist, and then is gone.
Every weapon in my stock is... What'll it be, mercenary? A bow? A few feet of sharp steel? Something to bludgeon with, maybe?
An undead reaver...
Life will taste good again once the God King's victory is sealed.
Loved ones return to me. Death will become a thing of the past.
The dreamer's eye. Red Prince, the prey that my master seeks, God-woken. The cold presence. Very well. Go, in service of the God King.